I mean, if you want to talk about hobbies and like how to make money off of it, I my other hobby is plants. During
Okay,
the pandemic,
please explain.
I got into plants. So people
Please
say,
explain.
people say now, millennials get pets as their new children, and plants as the new
Okay.
pets, and then having kids is having exotic animals.
Okay. So what?
So
So what have you been doing with plants? Like growing and
collecting
selling
them,
plants?
I've been collecting
Okay.
them, and you know, in my head, people said, "Oh, money don't grow on trees." Well, they haven't been into plants because there are plants out there that are worth hundreds of dollars. And guess what? If you take care of them, they grow, and you can cut them, plant them, and sell them.
And really, hundreds of
Yeah,
dollars? Like, give me an example
hundreds
on
of
an
dollars. So,
expensive plant that someone would want.
I mean, if we could show pictures, that'd be great. But we're just voice. But you guys can look it up. They have a
Well, I
monstera
can.
plant, which is
I'm
like a
gonna look it up. Go
basic,
ahead.
yeah, a monstera plant, which is basically everywhere, all over here in South Florida or whatever. But anything when it's variegated, so a variegated monstera can go for hundreds of dollars. And then there's more
Really?
than one type. Yes. So you have a variegated monstera albo, which is a white variegation. Tell me when you see it.
Okay.
That's
Is
a
this what you're
regular
what you're talking about?
monstera. That's the regular
Okay.
one. That's like maybe like $20 at Home Depot or something. You can find it anywhere. So type in
Okay.
variegated monstera albo.
Variegated. I see. Is this what we're looking at here?
Yeah. So basically, what it looks like, it has the green leaves like a monstera, and then it has like white splashes on it that makes it
Right.
variegated. And because it's white, it's rare. It's a rare, basically a rare mutation that happens with the plant, and it looks beautiful. And people sell these for
Really?
hundreds of dollars.
That's insane. I would have
Yeah, see
no
right here, the
idea.
first one that you have right there, $170. The next one, $7,500. So the
Oh,
bigger the
good point.
plant,
Yeah.
the more expensive it is.
Wow. What is it just because of how rare it is? Why they're
It's not
this
even that
expensive?
rare anymore, to be honest. I find it everywhere. And 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 basically living in South Florida, there's great nurseries around here, and you can
Mm-hmm.
find tons of plants and rare plants easily. But across the world or even the United States, people die for these, like, to
What?
sell it. Yeah, there's tons of Facebook groups that people sell. So even me, like as a home grower and not like a nursery per se, I
Mm-hmm.
can like cut and replant them and establish these plants and
Mm-hmm.
have what they call purges on Facebook.
Please just let us purge.
Well, and then but the thing is on
Purges?
purge, yeah,
What?
people are more
What?
popular than others on Facebook. I have done it once or twice and I haven't got like a lot of traction for it. One, maybe
Okay.
because I'm not selling like the most popular plant. Two, I'm not like heavily active commenting,
Mm,
liking pictures and stuff like that. I think that has an impact on whether the group automatically pushes your post and whatnot.
that makes
Yeah, so
sense.
you do purges and they make it like an auction. So how they do it is they have these plants. There's like, hey, purge tonight at 8 p.m. These are the plants that I have X, Y, and Z. And then people come back to that forum or post or thread, and at 8 p.m. and then the host posts this picture. They post it and they post the price. And the first person that says sold, they win that plant. And so it gets kind of crazy.
What?
It's actually a lot of fun to try watching them and see what people spend on these plants.
You're saying that in specifically where you are in Florida, it's really easy to find some, and then you can just take it home and plant it, and then
Yeah,
grow.
there's actually some people who even like go to the big box store. Sometimes they have plants that aren't as common, and
Mm.
people will scoop them up and then try to resell it online. Yeah.
And I wonder, so as far as actually growing and caring for them, um, is it difficult to care for these plants? Like, are they more fragile or?
I wouldn't. I would say, or well, if you're saying a regular monstera compared to a variegated monstera. The care is about the same, very similar. But when you start chopping them up and try to grow them from a little node, is what we call it. It's basically a little part of the stem that can grow another plant.
Okay.
That can be difficult. A lot of these, so people are buying these plants with no roots even, and there's just like a little stick. Type in monstera node or variegated, put node at the end of what you're saying there, and
Node.
it's basically a little stem of the plant with no leaf, no nothing, and people buy that for hundreds of dollars.
Really?
See right here, the first photo on the see, they're like little sticks,
Right.
and people buy
Like
that for
this?
hundreds of dollars. I've spent a couple hundred trying to grow a plant from these, and they just die and shrivel up because
Oh
I'm
no.
trying to make it survive, and it doesn't. So yeah, people are crazy. I'm one of them.
People are, you're one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, how did you find out about this?
So I have
About
a
this
friend
whole
who's
community?
so I have a friend who's into plants. I was like, hey, I want to get into plants. So she took me plant shopping, and then from there I never looked back. I Google what this plant was, what that plant was, and then I looked at Facebook groups, and I found
Okay.
Facebook groups because you can also trade plants. So
Oh,
people
really?
trade
Okay.
plants, yeah. So it's like a whole community. You trade plants to get another plant that you may not have access to from here and trade it for there. I'm on a Reddit group too that trades plants. I've traded plenty of plants there. And I've sold plants on Reddit. I've sold plants on this too, on the Facebook groups too. So like,
Man.
you can make money off of it.
If you enjoyed that, which let's be honest, of course you did, you're going to love the entire show. You can get it wherever you get your podcasts, or you can just click the link in the description. And if you like these smaller clips, then you're going to dig the next video that's on your screen right now. I'll see you over there. And as always, don't get beat up out there.
Crazy.
Nerdy. Cool.